In the heart of one of history's greatest literary works lies a story of profound transformation. Dante Alighieri's Purgatorio, the second part of his Divine Comedy, is not just a tale of redemption. It's a guide for anyone seeking to overcome their struggles, find purpose, and align their life with what truly matters. More than 7 centuries after it was written, Purgatorio remains a roadmap for conquering the 7 deadly sins, preparing the soul for heaven, and becoming the best version of ourselves. This isn't just poetry. It's a timeless self-help manual that can inspire anyone, anywhere. What is Dante's Purgatorio? Dante's Purgatorio is the middle act of the Divine Comedy. It's the bridge between the dark depths of Inferno and the radiant heights of Paradiso. In Dante's vision, Purgatory is a towering mountain that souls must climb to purify themselves of sin and prepare for eternal paradise. It's not a place of punishment but of hope, a space where transformation is not only possible but inevitable. The mountain has 10 terraces, the base, known as pre-purgatory, and 2 terraces at the summit, called the earthly paradise. Between them lie 7 terraces, each corresponding to one of the deadly sins: pride, envy, wrath, aestia, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. But what's truly fascinating is the way Dante organizes these sins into 3 categories of love: perverted love, pride, envy, and wrath; deficient love, aestia, or spiritual indifference; misdirected love, greed, gluttony, and lust. As the soul ascends, the climb becomes easier, symbolizing how overcoming sin lightens the burden of life. But before the ascent begins, there's one sin that must be conquered first, the hardest of them all. The first terrace, pride. Pride is the root of all sin, the belief that we are greater, more deserving, or more important than we truly are. On the first terrace, souls carry heavy stones that weigh them down, forcing them to look at the ground. These stones symbolize how pride burdens the soul, blinding us to what lies ahead. Pride prevents growth, progress, and even forgiveness. Dante shows us that humility is the antidote. To rise above pride, we must first accept our limitations and acknowledge that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Without humility, the climb up the mountain, and the climb through life, cannot even begin. Overcoming envy and wrath. Once pride is conquered, the soul moves to the terrace of envy. But envy isn't just about wanting what others have, it's about resenting others for their blessings. Souls here have their eyes sewn shut, a vivid reminder that envy blinds us to our own potential. The cure for envy is self-reflection. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we must focus inward, fostering gratitude for what we already have. Next comes the terrace of wrath. Here, souls wander aimlessly in thick, choking smoke, symbolizing how anger clouds judgment. Dante reminds us that rage can make us lose sight of what's right. To conquer wrath, we must cultivate peace, peace within ourselves and with others. As Dante's guide Virgil tells him, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Aestia, the sin of indifference. Aestia, or sloth, is not just laziness, it's a deeper, more dangerous form of indifference. It's the inability to care about justice, truth, or even joy. Souls here are urged to study the lives of passionate, zealous figures, like the Virgin Mary or Julius Caesar, who acted with great energy and purpose. The lesson here is that zeal is contagious. By surrounding ourselves with inspiring examples and reigniting our sense of wonder, we can overcome the lethargy of indifference. Life demands passion, and without it, we risk losing touch with everything that makes existence meaningful. Misdirected love, greed, gluttony, and lust. The final terraces deal with misdirected love, desires that are not inherently bad but have been twisted. On the terrace of greed, souls lie face down in the dirt, symbolizing their obsession with material wealth. To overcome greed, one must practice humility and service to others. Gluttony follows, but it's not just about food, it's the overindulgence in anything, from comfort to distractions. Souls here must learn restraint, symbolized by fruit that always remains just out of reach. Finally, there's lust. The souls on this terrace must walk through a purging fire, but what drives them forward is not fear, it's love. Love for what lies beyond the fire. This lesson is universal. True change is not motivated by hatred of what's wrong but by love for what's right. To defeat what's ugly, we must first fall in love with what's beautiful. The earthly paradise and the ultimate message. At the summit of the mountain lies the earthly paradise, a place of perfect harmony. It's here that the soul is finally ready to ascend to heaven, having been purified of sin and aligned with divine love. Dante's ultimate message is simple but profound. It is love that drives all movement. Love for what is good, what is true, and what is eternal. And it is love that transforms us into the people we are meant to become. Why Dante's Purgatorio matters today. Purgatorio isn't just a medieval poem, it's a guide for modern life. Its lessons on pride, envy, wrath, and more are as relevant today as they were 700 years ago. And in a world filled with distractions and misdirection, Dante reminds us to align our actions with love and purpose. As we face our own mountains, let's remember the wisdom of Purgatorio. The climb may be steep, but the journey is what transforms us. If Dante's journey resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Which terrace do you relate to most? And how can we apply these lessons in today's world? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to join us for more explorations into history, philosophy, and timeless wisdom. Together, let's uncover the lessons of the past to inspire our present and future.